Come on, plant. What the hell? Why am I doing this? I mean, it's not like the world needs another motovlogger, that is for sure. There's plenty of vloggers out there. Um, Honestly, I'm trying this just because I've always had an interest. Well, no, I'm lying. I haven't always had an interest in doing this. When I first got this bike, this is a 2010 Dyna FXD. This was my first owned motorcycle, the first motorcycle I have ever ridden aside from the motorcycles in the MSF course. So I consider myself a very new rider still. So straight ahead here is Citizens Bank Park, just so you guys know. That's where the Phillies play. It's where I live. I live right here in South Philly. I'm within walking distance of this stadium here. And I figure hopefully, they got this blocked off. I'm figuring hopefully if I can, get some decent content out on this channel, try to grow this channel a little bit, show you in and around the city of Philadelphia, some decent rides around here. Like I said, when I first got this motorcycle, this was my first bike, so this is really going to be a channel of first. I'm going to be honest with you as far as content is concerned. And you know what, I don't know if this is going to pick me up. And then over here, Lincoln Financial Field. This is where the Eagles play. So you got all the sports teams down in this sports complex. You got the Eagles, you got the Phillies. Back over there, if I can get up to the light and make a left, I'll show you Wells Fargo Center. See if I can make this left. This is Xfinity Live right here. Nothing but a big old bar, basically. Here's Wells Fargo right over there. Another shot of Lincoln Financial. Temple Owls play here also, but I think they're having a stadium built. But yeah, there's Lincoln Financial. Yeah, so a lot of folks, they have a lot of years riding. I do not. I didn't. Actually, I think I wanted to go that way. I didn't grow up riding dirt bikes. Yeah, I didn't grow up riding dirt bikes. I didn't grow up, riding motorcycles. I basically, when I was very young, not very young, but old enough to drive, of course, a few years removed from my driver's license, I had wanted to, to ride motorcycles. I think everybody when they're young just is enamored with the idea of riding motorcycles. Hey, buddy. Freaking groundhog, right? There you go. Yeah, so I took the MSF course. I got my motorcycle endorsement and just never bought a motorcycle. Either never had the means or at the time, I guess, the desire. I was young. I was trying to get myself, situated in the working world or college. I think I started college back in '85, stayed a couple years, left, took like 7.5 years off, and then went back. But anyway, point is, I never got a motorcycle. It wasn't until, like I said, 2010 that I actually bought this motorcycle. And for a couple of years prior to it, I got the bug again, shopping around. My wife, I should say right off the bat, is anti-motorcycle. She is very much against motorcycles. It was a very tough road trying to get her to agree to let me even get this thing. So yeah, it was a little bit difficult, but you know, so to be honest, like I said, this is a 2010 Dyna FXD. I do like this view right here. Yeah, this is the Navy Yard over here. This was an active Navy Yard for quite a while. A lot of businesses down here now, and just a nice little place to hang out. Yeah, so this Dyna, this 2010 comes, it's basically the entry-level Dyna. It's the very first Dyna they had in the lineup. You had the Dyna FXD and the FXDC, which I think is the custom, which has a shit ton of chrome, and it's already set up for 2-up riding. This was not. This did not come with passenger pillion or pegs or any of that stuff. Yeah, I dig this down here. It's really nice. But yeah, so that thing did not come with passenger pegs. Didn't come with a rear passenger pillion, so she has not been on it at all. Yeah, that's my first bike. That's the first bike I ever owned. I did have some upgrades done to it. The first winter that I had it, like I said, I live in South Philly. I don't have a garage. I don't have a shed. I don't really have anything that will allow me to store this thing safely. So I stored it at the dealership where I bought it the first winter, and that's when we did the stage 1. Then a few years later, I had the bars put on. They're 14-inch Santee apes, and then minor stuff that I've done lights and things like that. But anyway, point is, when I first got this bike, YouTube was basically, guy would do a walk around of the bike, talk about the stuff that he put on the bike, start it up, and that was the end of the vlog, right? That was it. I sort of missed the boat on the actual moto vlogging, the recording while riding and all that good stuff. But I've been on YouTube since, I guess 2010 when I got the bike. But just now kind of was like, well, should I even start this thing? Should I even do this thing? Is it even worth doing? Am I going to like it? I don't know. The answer to that is I have no idea. I'm going to give it a shot. I want to see how it goes. But the point is, it's going to be a channel at first, because I do have some plans. If I am going to keep this bike, and I've been wanting to upgrade for quite some time. When I first got this bike, when I first was even interested in getting a motorcycle, I was like anti-bagger. I didn't want nothing to do with a bagger. I thought they were ugly. The fairing, I didn't like the look of the fairings. I didn't like any of that stuff. I like just minimal, you know what I mean? Like very minimalistic. I didn't want bags. There's nothing on here. In fact, I just put the stock seat back on because the older I get, the only other seat I have is a Lepera Bare Bones. The older I get, the worse that Bare Bones becomes. But yeah, I don't even have stocks. I don't even have aftermarket suspension. I got stock suspension, stock springs. Everything's pretty much stock with the exception of the bars, the stage 1, and I upgraded some lighting. The one thing I do have on this thing is this. I got a nice, I think it's Eagle Vision. I want to say Eagle Vision. I don't know, but it's the LED for that. But that was a nice upgrade, actually. I really did dig that one. Anyway, point is, there's a lot I want to either do to this, or again, and this is going to be pretty much an uphill battle, or do I just go ahead and upgrade? I've been thinking, especially now with the new Softail frame. I know a lot of Dyna owners are like, oh my god, I hate it, or they were very anti, Softail, whatever. But you hear nothing but good things about that new Softail frame. So, you know, do I look at upgrading to a Softail? Or, and again, like I said, when I first started out, I'm like, oh, I hate the bagger, I don't want bags, I hate fairings, yada yada yada. You never really know what you don't know. And that was true for that, because now, again, it's years later, but I absolutely see the value in having bags and storage and things of that nature. Because one of the things that I just cannot deal with is wearing a backpack when I'm riding. I just do not like that. And if I ride to work, I have to put a backpack on, and that's a pain in the neck. Yeah, I want to keep this short and sweet, and just talk about the reasons why I'm going to try and do this, and that's really it. I want to just see what I can do. I want to see what this is like. I want to see what I can make of this. You know, I have no delusions of grandeur, that's for sure. I'm not expecting too much, at least initially. Whatever I do, if I decide I want to upgrade this bike and somebody upgrades it, I'm thinking about doing, if I do wind up keeping this motorcycle, is I really want to do suspension. I want to do some engine work, possibly. This is still, you know, stock 96 cubic inch, you know, Dyna from 2010. So that would be pretty cool, and I intend on making all that part of the channel. And some of the other things I'd like to do, if I can, is, like I said, show you in and around the city of Philadelphia where I live. Take you on that journey of either upgrading this thing or you know, trying different motorcycles out and hopefully upgrading at some point. And then, of course, once you get something else, you know, you got to mod the hell out of that too, right? Because it's a never-ending thing. It's just non-stop. You're always modding stuff. You're always, you know, that's just the way it goes. You know, they say paying the Harley tax. There's a lot of shit I got to get used to with this whole vlogging thing. I got to get used to talking to myself. I think I need to soften up this helmet. This is the first, again, this is the first full-face helmet I've owned. This is a Biltwell lane splitter, and I feel like a 5-year-old at grandma's house. My cheeks are squished so tight together. So if it sounds like I'm mush mouth, that's the reason why. I got to get either used to it. I mean, I've had the thing for a while. I thought it would break in and loosen up, but man, it has not. It is these cheek pads are still quite yeah, quite squishy. These things are treacherous right here. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, I don't want to make this a real long, drawn-out video. I just wanted to talk about a little bit, you know, talk a little bit about the reasons why I'm doing this, considering the fact that there are just so many motor vloggers out there. If I can, you know, reach a decent enough audience, I think that'd be great. I do have an immediate goal. I'd love to get to 100 subscribers. Now, again, I started my channel, I think, in 2010. I had a few videos up there that I took down because they were just stupid. I left one up, but even with not doing anything, with having really little to no content, I've got like 41 subscribers, and that 41st subscriber is my buddy Gomez. I told him I was doing this motor vlogging, and he's like, yeah, all right, I'll check it out. So thank you, Gomez, for becoming the 41st subscriber to the new Quiet Man Rides channel. So if anybody has stuck around this long and you're interested to see where this thing goes, then do me a solid, man. Help me get to 100 subscribers and hit the subscribe button and check in every once in a while. Like I said, I'm going to do the best I can. I don't want to suck at this. I want to be good. I want to be good enough, let's put it that way. I want to have some decent content. I'd love to have some really decent interaction with people. I'm very involved on the channels that I subscribe to. So I'd like to have some of that. But yeah, man, if you're interested, hit the subscribe button, help me out, and see where it goes, man. We'll do this together.